situated near where your spinal cord ends. The Swadhisthana is little bit above and below navel. Swadhisthana is little above the Mooladhara and below the navel center. And exactly in navel, near navel, the Manipura chakra is situated. See, the ancient Tantra system says elaborate about these chakras. And today modern biologists say there are corresponding glands situated in the body. Where is the Agnya? Biologists say the pituitary glands is there. Corresponding to each chakra, nearly there is a glands. The glands gives energy through these chakras. What is meant by the word chakra? What is these chakras actually? That is the first thing to be known. We have three bodies. We don't have one body as we think. We have three bodies. The body on which we are using now at present, the body in which you have come to the class, with which you are moving, you are writing, you are talking. This is called Jakra, the body of Jakra. Another body, Sukna Sarira, which you use it in your dream state. If you will be lying up, you will be sleeping in Bangalore, but you will be dreaming as if you have gone to Bombay, as if you have gone to some other place. In dream, you are going to that place. You feel you are going to that place. At that time, which body you are using? Swapna body. Sukshma Sarira. You can use the word Sukshma Sarira also. Swapna Sarira. And another one Sarira, Karana Sarira, it is called. In the deep sleep state, that you are in that state, that body is called Karana Sarira. Of course, that body doesn't move, it is completely made out of tamas. So that body doesn't move. These three bodies meet in 6 particular centers in our body system. The other 2 bodies meet this physical body at these particular 6 centers. There are 6 centers. Today we are going to see these 3 centers. In particular 6 centers, all these 3 bodies meet and overlap with each other. When if we know about this chakra science, if we can use the science of these chakras, we will be able to use the aircraft into aircraft as an aircraft. Yesterday I told you the story of aircraft. After the Second World War, the German soldiers are left going open aircraft near a tribal area. When the tribals saw that mechanism, they thought it would be a bullock cart. They started using it as a bullock cart to transport the materials. After a few weeks or months, someone little bit intelligent man came and saw and thought it may not be a bullock cart because there are so many gear systems. For bullock cart there is no need for so many gear systems. He thought it would be a tractor and he started using it as a tractor. After few months, the next army man then saw that and he instructed them how to start and use it as an aircraft. Then they started using it as an aircraft. This is the same thing which happens in Day5 also. If we don't know the gears and mechanisms of these chakras, we will be using our body as a tractor or bullock cart. At the most we use only as a bullock cart. We don't really use as a tractor. If we know the mechanisms, if we know how to use these gears of our tractor, we can fly with this aircraft. The science of flying, that is the science about chakras. If you know the science of chakras, you can use this body, you can use the energy in much higher scale, in much higher way, not in the lower forms in which we are using at present. If these chakras get opened, your energy will be used in higher planes. It will be transformed into a higher energy. So how to open this? What is the science of these chakras? To open these chakras, two methods are followed. One is meditation, another one is maturity. What I call by the word maturity, we can use the word jnana, wisdom. But what is called as jnana, wisdom, I call it as a maturity. Jnana word is too much attached with seriousness. When we listen the word, we immediately feel that it is not for the Grihasthas. That's why I am not using the word jnana, I am using the word maturity. When we are young, when we are a small kid, if some doll or toy is taken away from us, what will happen? We weep, we cry as if our life is gone. And if today somebody takes away some doll, some toy from us, we don't bother much. We don't cry. Why? We have become mature. It is the same thing happens when you grow more mentally. The maturity descends on you, not physically. There are many people physically grown up to 90 years, but their mental age is not more than 12 or 13. Now there are many methods to test the mental age of a man. There are many methods that come up, and they are testing also. They say average man's mental age is not more than 12. So after 12, we stop growing. We may become aged, we will not be old. Getting aged is different and getting old is different. If you get old, really you will be old. The old is old. The sentence is very firm in a real sense. Swami Brahmananda is a Ramakrishna's disciple on Swami. He used to be called as a Satputra Ramakrishna, son of Ramakrishna. When he was meditating in Vrindavan, somebody came and offered him a big costly blanket, shawl, and he was just looking at it. It is lying down in front of him. After a few hours, somebody came and took the blanket and went away. Some thief. He was just looking. Nothing was happening. There is no change. And in Ramana Maharishi's life there is an incident. Some robbers came to the ashram. They robbed whatever little was in the ashram. And they gave a good blow to him also. Good puja to him also. He did not even breathe fast. At least even if you don't react, our breath will become faster. He did not even breathe fast. He was so silent, calm. Nothing but maturity. When the maturity descends on us, the same thing will be the reaction. When we listen to the story of Ramana Maharshi, we think, oh, what great. But the thing which is happening in Ramana Maharshi's case, in our case also, both are not the same. When we become mature, when we have grown out of the dal or tai, we don't care much. In the same way, Maharishi has grown out of the outer wealth. We can grow out of the outer wealth. At present, we have grown bodily, we have not grown mentally. Are you able to understand what I say? Mental age may mean. You were also at one time trying and giving for the dog, for the toy. Now we are not. Why? You became mature. The same thing happens when you became mature, when you have seen the wealth, when you have grown out of wealth. You will not be disturbed, you will not be crying with outer things. What has happened in the life of Ramana Maharshi, what has happened in the life of Brahmananda, can very happen in our life also. Only thing we should know how to start the gears and start using the tractor into aircraft. How to use the aircraft as an aircraft. The mechanisms of the aircraft, we should be able to handle it. So the chakras are the mechanisms which is in our aircraft. Whether to use it as an aircraft or a bullock cart is up to us. Whether to be mature or not, whether to live and die with idols, dolls, or to grow out of it. It is our decision. It is up to us to decide what to do, what not to do. So now we will come to the first chakra. First chakra is Muladhara. As I told you, there are two ways to open these chakras. One is meditation, another one is maturity. Maturity means just understand in which way these chakras are locked. Get the key and open the chakras. If you know how to open the chakras, you will see the maturity descends on you. This chakra is locked by a particular emotion. Each chakras are locked by a particular emotion. If you know how to unlock it, the chakra energy will be released in you and you can float with the energy of the chakra. The Muladhara chakra is concerned with the sex. In the world, most talked about, most discussed about, most of the books are written about I think all these three sentences, most of the books have been written about, most talked about, and most discussed about. Subject is and most confused, most misunderstood, most misinterpreted. Subject is also. No. Sex. This is the subject. Most talked about, most discussed about, most written about, and most confused, most misunderstood, most misinterpreted. No other subject is talked about no other subject is thought about so vastly as this subject. But no other subject is misunderstood as this subject. We try to avoid the subject, or we try to indulge in the subject. The man who tries to avoid the subject tries to avoid the big pit in front of him. If he doesn't know that pit is there, how is he going to cross it? Man who tries to indulge in the subject is trying to jump into the pit. So both are not supposed to be done. We should know and cross it. Either we try to avoid or indulge. Do we try to do anything else? What is the reason? Ancient rishis, science give a very beautiful, clear understanding about this subject. The man who wrote the Kama Sutra, the science about this book, about this subject, is a sannyasi like me. Any of you know? He is a rishi, Vatsyayana. He is a rishi, he is a sannyasi like me. He is questioned, what authority do you have to speak about this subject? He is questioned. I think proper question, a right question. Any man who is with a little bit of intelligence will put this question. What authority do you have to speak about this subject? A sannyasi. Yes, actually, logically I have no authority to speak about this subject. Vatsyayana very clearly answers in his book. What example he gives, I have modernized and I am giving a modern way. He gives an ancient type of example. In those times, there used to be Ayurvedic system which is used to use the electricity. Electricity means the bioelectricity. Bioelectricity. He gives that example. I am giving you the very clear example. Electrician knows how to switch on and off the switches. He knows what is the circuit behind the switches and the instruments. Whether when you switch on, what will happen? Switch off, what will happen? Everything he knows. He may not have switched it on and off. He may not have directly done it. But he knows the science behind it. He knows the energy flow behind it. But a man every day uses the switch. He is switching on and switching off. He may not know the science behind it. Am I right? Many of us know only how to switch on and off, not the science behind it. That is why many times we get shocked. That is the reason many times we get shocked. We all may be fathers, grandfathers, we have all grown up, finished our life. We may have done it. Just like a normal man who knows only how to switch on and off the switch. But he doesn't know the mechanism or energy flow behind it. Just like an ordinary animal, living with a simple basic instinct. But Vatsyayana says, I may not know I may not have done the switching on and off, but I know the background energy flow. I am the man only has an authority to speak about these things. Vatsyayana says, a real sannyasi is the only person who is authorized to give an idea about the subject. Nobody else has got any authority, he says. Because he gives one more example. Some two persons are playing chess. Saduranga, chess. Two person got involved in chess. When you see from outside, you will be having a right idea, you will be having a right, you will be knowing the right movement, but they will not be doing that. Have you any time experienced it? When you see from outside, you will be knowing the right movement. They will not be knowing it. But when you sit and play, you will not be knowing the right movement. The person who is outside, he will be knowing the right movement. Have you observed this? What is the reason? He has no pressure that he has to win. The man who witnesses has no pressure. The man who is outside has no pressure that he has to win. The pressure makes mind dull. So a man who has jumped out of this wheel, samsara chakra, a man who is outside this wheel only can give a right idea about the wheel. If you are sitting in a giant wheel, you can take the example of giant wheel. If you are sitting in a giant wheel and rounding, can you give a right idea about the giant wheel? Can you? When you have jumped out of it, when you are away and looking the things, seeing the things are happening, you can give a right idea about giant wheel. So a man who has come out of it, who is beyond, who has transformed the energy, who has jumped out of the samsara chakra, can only give a right idea about this subject. So we come to the question, what is sex? Today, biology proves all men are 51% men, 49% women. All women are 51% women, 49% men. Just 1% this way or that way. 1% only, this way or that way. But when we start growing, society doesn't allow the women part of us to express. When we do the meditation, many times I observe, men always cry, women try to laugh. Why the reason, you know? The feminine part of us has been suppressed. The masculine part of the women has been suppressed by the society continuously. When we start growing, we slowly start collecting the image that 49% in us tries to satisfy itself through mother and father. That is why girl children are always attracted to father and boys are always attracted to mother. From there, the sex starts. The science starts. We start slowly collecting the images, prints. All men try to fulfill their image with mother. All women try to fulfill their man image with father. The art is suppressed by the society. When it is suppressed, we try to fulfill it with the father and with the mother, having some loving relationship. Then after a few years of growth, we start collecting the images from many people, from the outsiders, how a real woman should be, especially from media. How a real man should be. We start collecting the images and start preserving it in our system. The repressed or suppressed women is always in the unconscious. It's a deep science actually, what is happening in the mind. When we we go after a certain age, you will start collecting images from many actors, actresses, many stories, especially from the TV serials. From all these things, we start collecting the images and start preserving it. How a right man should be, how a right woman should be, how a many things, how a husband should be, how a mother should be, how a father should be. Many images we start collecting. We keep the imagination of a woman inside, the ideal woman. Sometimes, rarely, at the age of 15, after 18 to 23, in that age, we see somebody outside, and from distance, it looks like as if there is somebody in this image, which you have inside. We continuously start searching for this image. We have the copy inside. We start searching this outside. We start searching whether some image will suit with this image, whether some real person will suit with this image, which we have collected and kept it in our mind. So actually, when you see somebody from distance, you feel as if that your image is resembling with that real person. We start falling in love. The falling in love happens in that moment only. The science behind the falling in love is this only. We have an image and we search. In distant we feel. In distant we feel as if both are resembling. As if the both are looking alike. Then we fall in love. But when you come here, you will immediately find the image is image and the real person is person. You can never find image in a real person because it is image. Not because of anything, because it is image. How can image be a real person? Because it is image. This is the base where we start expecting something from the other. This is the greatest expectation all of us have. We always want the other. Other means either wife or husband should act according to our image. Is it possible? Can it be possible? Dreams can never become true because they are dreams. The very word denotes they are dreams. If they can become true, why will they be called as dreams? It has to be heard very clearly. Please listen with full attention and try to digest what I say. That's why I am speaking very slowly. If any question, please raise. Now we will come to the clarification. This is the way in which our expectations about others starts. We collect all types of images from media, TV, cinema, wherever we see the ideal person. We collect that image and keep it inside and try to actualize it. We try to make it a reality with a living person. Is it possible? It can never be. That is why all love ends in failure. All, capital letter A-L-L, you can use. All, without exception. We can say there is an exception, one or two, like Ramakrishna and Sharada Devi. Both of them have no image. Both of them have no expectation. So something directly happened between them. The pure love transmission. Of course, that type of exceptions will leave it. In ordinary plane, all of us feel that that we got cheated. Men or women both feel that we got cheated. The reason is the basic science system is such, if you don't understand, you will put the blame on others. Other is never to be blamed. Blame is take the blame on you. You expected, you imagined, and you try to force your imagination upon others. Who will be the responsible for the failure? Who can be the responsible? Who has to be the responsible? But do you understand that whatever I say is in a very practical reality? What is happening in our day-to-day life? But we never try to look into it. It is happening in our everyday life. We never try to look into it. Am I right? It always happens. We never look into the great truths. So, when we see that our image is not a reality, when we saw in a distance, it looked like what is in my hand? Oh, it is green. That also looks like a green. When it comes near, no, it is little yellowish. When it comes more near, no, it is slight white. When it comes near, you will see it is red and it is white, it is green. Totally opposite and totally different. Then you think you have decided wrongly. Then what we do? We don't keep quiet. We start sculpturing the man according to our image. Women sculptures man starts sculpturing women. We try to possess each other. We try to make them into a matter. If you want some furniture, if you have a chair, you can keep it where you want. It will act as you say. If you keep it there, it will be there. You can give it to somebody else. And if you have a wood, you can make furniture according to you and keep it there. But as you possess these furniture, do you think you can possess your live person? If you possess a live person, what you are doing then? You are making a spirit into a matter. You are reducing a man into a matter. You are degrading him or her. When you degrade somebody, do you think she will respect you or he will respect you? No. Problem starts. The unending war starts. Almost I can say unending war. Unending war starts. Our whole life, the so-called life, is nothing but this unending war. If any of you oppose, I can go more deep into this subject. Any of you can raise any questions. Always it goes in such a way. So we have an image and we start carving. The whole day, 24 hours, she is with hammer and chisel, you are also with hammer and chisel. When you find her, you start chiseling. When she finds you, she starts chiseling. The house is continuously, completely filled with the chiseling sound. Keep quiet. Don't stand. All these sounds are nothing but chiseling sounds. The continuous chiseling sound is resounding in the house. So, this is the way this chakra is locked. When you expect something from others, when you try to fulfill your imagination by disturbing others, this chakra gets locked. This chakra has nothing to do with sex as you think, as you get the meaning of the word sex. This chakra is something to do with deeply our imagination. This chakra has nothing to do directly with sex. This chakra gets locked or unlocked with the imaginations. When I say that this chakra has nothing to do with sex, I mean whether you are a brahmachari, a sannyasi or grihastha, this chakra can be opened. Even for sannyasis, this chakra can be locked. So it has nothing to do with the outer condition of life. I want to say, this has nothing to do with a so-called celibacy. A real celibacy is who can be called as real celibate? Man who has dropped his inner image. When a man drops the inner image, which he preserves, inner woman's image, he only can be called a real sannyasi. Even if you live in a grihastha life, if you drop this image, if you drop the chisel and the hammer from your hand, if you stop chiseling the other, you will be a brahmachari. Your Muladhara chakra will be opened. You will be having the real benefit of this chakra opening. Do you understand what I say? So the outer conditions, whether you live a married life or unmarried life, has nothing to do with this chakra. Don't think only for a sannyasi this Muladhara chakra can be opened. This can be opened for anybody. Yes, because we have never looked into us. We never turn inside. We go everywhere, but never inside. Just drop expecting, just drop this chiseling the other man. Then this chakra will automatically open. When you drop the imagination of hero, the chakra will automatically open. Actually, when you have the imagination, many people come to me and ask, Swamiji, in my house only we two are living, but there is no peace. There is no peace, only we two. We don't even have son. Myself and my wife, both are only living, but there is no peace. I used to tell them, no. With two persons, there can be always peace. You are not two, you are four. Your imagination about your wife. She, her imagination about you. You four are living. With four, do you think peace can live? Peace can be with you? With four, peace can never be. With two, peace can be. With four, it is impossible. So when we drop the imaginations, two things happen. Yes. What I mean is, we always collect the images of heroes and keep it in our mind. We want that should be in reality from our husband, from our wife. That is the way I was thinking. Yes, if you drop that, this chakra can be opened. Don't expect that it should be according to you. You should act according to you. Not only about husband and wife, even about father and mother, we keep an idea. How the ideal father should be. Today all of you have a homework. The 5 things you will write. Today please go and write and see. One thing I will just tell them and then you can note down. Father, mother, wife or husband. If you don't have wife or husband, no problem. If you have wife or husband, son and son or daughter. This about some 5 relationships. You write how you expect them to be, how you feel the ideal father will be. You just write down 2-3 points. So about all these 5 relationships, Write ideal, your vision. The ideal father, ideal mother, or ideal son, or ideal wife, or ideal husband. You will find, if you dig deep down your unconscious, you will find all your ideas are just from the TV serials and cinema. All your ideas you will find. And few times I checked with the people. I just asked them to write down how your house furniture should be. It should be corresponding to the serial. Even the house furniture, we have the imagination. How it should be. We take from the videos. Before that, there were dramas. If you live on the dramas, there were the uncle images. Huh? Even now, even in earlier time, you see, from kings, they torture as best they can. And she tortures as best she can. She tries to make us Rama, we try to make her Sita. But finally what happens? Anjaneya comes out. We do not know what happens. Anyhow. So the imagination and trying to project it disturbs this chakra. If you can drop the imagination, if you can stop chiseling the others, this chakra will be completely opened. The people whosoever has got a problem with the uterus problems, if you diagnose your mind, you will be having this problem of imagination and trying to project it and forcing upon the others. Of course, women have got their own way to force. They don't force with chisel and anger, they force with tears. They force with tears and crying. So they have their own ways.
Apart from the husband and wife and our own relatives in the house, what happens to the boss asking his employees living according to what he wants to chisel them? Yes. What about that?
You see, it is so in the business world there is no other way. One thing you can do, you do your all your chiseling with consciously. Do all your chiseling and see that it doesn't disturb you. It can be done. Now if we chisel, afterwards we will come and sit and feel the guilty consciousness. I was scolded, or I have done something wrong. If you do it consciously, you will not give overdose. Even if you are angry, angry is just like a money with us. Anger is a great energy given to us. It is a great presentation of God. One person came to me and he says, I am not able to control my anger. I told him, you take one photograph when you are angry and keep it in your puja room and do puja every day. He started laughing. Swamiji, what you are telling? I told him, please do it and then come and tell me. Anger is a great energy given to you by God. When you worship that energy, when you have respect for that energy, you will not misuse it. Lust is also a great energy given to you by God. Kama is a great Shakti given to you by God, which can produce another life. But we are misusing it, dissipating it, because we don't have respect on that energy. You never misuse the money. You never overpay because you have respect for money. But you overpay the anger. If he has done for 5 rupees job, you pay only 5 rupees. But if he has done the 5 rupees only of mistake, you pay 50 rupees anger. If you are conscious at that moment, you will pay only 5 rupees. If you have paid the 5 rupees anger, you will never feel guilty, I assure you, I promise you. Because you pay, you overpay, you come and feel guilty. To compensate that overpayment, you feel guilty. If you pay properly, how much mistake he has done? You just pay that much anger. I don't say don't pay anger. You have to pay anger. As you pay the money, you have to pay anger. Pay angry. Be angry. Only that much. If you are conscious, you can maintain it. Yes. With all angry, and worship really, you will feel the tremendous respect towards the anger. You will not waste it. Afterwards, the devotee came and really told me, Swami, now I am not able to be angry. Because I started respecting the anger. Once you respect that energy, you will never waste it. We never feel that anger is an energy. When you get angry, just see what happens. A new type of energy flows all over your body. Your eyes are becoming red, and blood started flowing more, and breathing becomes faster. See the difference. See the energy flow. Because we always fight with that energy. If we don't fight with that energy, if we know how to use it consciously, you will never have that power. There is no need that other person should know. You can show your outer result. What you are asking is, if I don't show the enough result, outer result, enough impact, enough punch, he will not respect me next time. That's what you are asking. You can give a good punch, there is nothing wrong. But see that you are not disturbed. That is what I mean by the word consciously angry. If you are angry consciously, you will disturb him enough. You will give him a right dose. But you will not feel that disturbed. Be very clear. This is the situation. I have to handle the situation this much only. Don't allow the situation to control you. You control the situation. And be angry. Whatever has to be done, logically, clearly, do it. Do it perfectly. Then afterwards, don't feel guilty. If you have done it consciously, you will not feel guilty. Yes, right word. Knowledge of anger reduces anger. Right word. Same way, knowledge about lust reduces the lust. Because both are one and the same. Both emotions are two sides of the same coin. If it is allowed outwardly, it is called lust, kama. If it is stopped, if some obstruction comes, then it turns as anger. If somebody doesn't allow to have what you want, then immediately it is converted, it transforms, it becomes anger. So both emotions are the two sides of the same coin. So how to open this chakra is just drop all the imaginations which you have. Don't expect anything. Then in your house, you will see two persons only will be living. Accept the person as he is. There are few people who come to me and tell, Swamiji, I love my wife very much. That is why I try to convert her. I make her as I want to. I want her to be. Am I right? Many people don't tell me. And you also think, because I love him, that is why I force him to do what I want. He used to answer them, you don't love your wife. You love the image which you have in yourself and try to force the image on her. You will love her if she acts according to your image. If she doesn't, you won't be loving her. So your love is not towards her. Your love is towards the image. That's the real truth. Your love is towards the image. How she should be. That is why you force her to be as you want. So, when you drop these imaginations, the Mooladhara Chakra energy will be awakened. One thing. As a byproduct, your house all will become a great kshetra. All our houses are almost very place, Kurukshetra. Our houses have become Kurukshetras. Am I right? Our houses have become really Kurukshetras. Actually, so if I speak about Amrita, I will pull down the whole structure of Jyotisha. It is a sheer nonsense. Having two paper pieces going to some person and asking him how my life will be. What right you have to live if you don't decide how your life will be? Going and asking some person who is unknown about your life, giving him 2 pieces of paper, please just see and tell me how my life will be. What type of life you are living, I don't understand. You are the man who is living. You know the pros and cons of your life. You are the person who is living. You don't know about your life. You are going and asking him. Then what type of intelligence, which intelligence we are living, I don't know. It is sheer bullshit. In Jyotish Shastra, there is a science. There is some truth. In original Jyotish Shastra, it is complete science. But going to some Jyotish is an utter idiotic. It means we don't know about our life. We don't even have the intelligence to run our life. If we don't have intelligence to run our life, if we don't have intelligence to decide about our situations, if we are not able to take the responsibility of our life, we have no authority to live. Actually, a real man will not go to somebody and ask, what will be my future? Many people come to me and ask, Swamiji, what will be my future? I tell them, never ask, what will be my future? Ask, how to make my future. Never come to me for prediction. Come to me for design. If you come to me for designing, I can help you. If you come to me for prediction, I can't. Go and read, there are so many people sitting for 5 rupees to 10 rupees. They will tell you about how your life will be. Going and asking a parrot, there are videos in, about how my life will be. The parrot itself doesn't know its life. It is unadapted. And a man whom you go and ask about the Jyotisha, if he knows about your life, if he knows about his life, will he be doing the profession for 50 rupees? Many people come to me and ask, Swamiji, will I get the job? I just comment, I myself don't have job, I am a Swami. You are coming and asking me that will I get a job? So all these predictions, all these Jyotish things are only for a man who is weak-minded. Of course, see, be very clear, I am not criticizing the Shastra of Jyotisha. It is a pure science. The Shastra is a pure science. What for it is made. When in young age, the children will be put into a Gurukula in the ancient time. To diagnose the boy's line, whether he has to go for a Vidya or whether he has to go for a Sannyasa, whether this boy has to go for a Kshatriya training, for which training he is supposed to be sent. To diagnose that, this Jyotish Shastra is made. The Shastra is basically made to diagnose the man's attitude. If he has got this attitude, he will be sent to that type of job. He will be sent to that type of lifestyle. In ancient time, there were 4 types: Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra. Now all got mixed up. That is why we feel in the society so much of chaos. Almost everybody is in a wrong place. A man who is supposed to be a Vaishya, he becomes a sannyasi. What will happen? Spirituality becomes a business. Religion has become a business today because of this. When the Vaishyas enter into the Brahmanatva, the Brahmana's job must be done by the Brahmana. Nothing is by birth. Please be very clear. These are by character. All these things are not by birth. These all things are by character. In ancient time, they will diagnose whether this person's tendency, this boy's tendency is Brahmana or Kshatriya. which tendency he belongs to. If he is a Brahmana tendency person, you will be sent to Redavitya.